Hello students, this is our lecture number 5 on the chapter inverse trigonometric functions. And here in this video I am going to discuss about a very important and special property of inverse trigonometric function. Here actually I will take a special function related to inverse trigonometry, and I will also do the graph of the function, and I will take some related examples of the property. Okay, so let me go through the video. So let us consider the function y is equal to sine inverse of sine x. It is a very important function. If you know about this function, then most of the critical problems can be solved by using the graph of this function in the IIT JEE or main or advanced examinations. So you see, this is the function y is equal to sine inverse of sine x. And first of all, if you want to draw a graph of a function, then first of all we have to know about the range and domain of the function. And here you try to find the domain of this function first. And you see here it is very simple that this function is always defined for all values of x. Whatever be the value you are taking here in place of x, then sin x is always defined. And in the first year class you already know the domain of sin x function is the set of real numbers r, and that is why this inner part, this sin x, is have the domain r. But if you use the domain r, means so big number you can use at the place of x, or so small number can also be used at the place of x. In both cases, from any real number, the value of sin x always lies between -1 and 1. You know this one. Value of sin x, this is sin x. You see, value of sin x is always in between -1 and 1. So that means the input of the function now sin inverse x, for this sin inverse x, the input is the numbers from -1 up to 1. And if we use these numbers -1 up to 1 and all the numbers inside it, between these two numbers, we will get the value of sine inverse. You see here sine inverse, if you use the -1 value, then finally we will get it is -π/2. And similarly, if you use sine inverse of 1, mean this highest value, then it will be equal to simply π/2. That means for the input of the sine inverse function as -1 and 1, and it is also an increasing function, therefore the value of sine inverse of sine x, this will lie between -π/2 up to π/2. And hence you see here, this is nothing but what? This is nothing but -π/2. It is actually y. This function is taken as y, so y less than is equal to π/2. So this is the range of the function. So therefore the domain, this domain of this function, this is equal to simply the set of real numbers r, and the range, this is nothing but the interval, closed interval, -π/2 up to π/2. So নিশ্চয় তোমালোকে বুজি পাইছা যে ইয়াতে ডোমেইন ফাংশন যেটো হৈছে ইয়াতে x অর যে কোনো ভ্যালু ইউজ কৰিব পাৰো, therefore domain of the function is r. And range mean the set of the images of the final function, যেটো একদম টোটাল ফাংশনটোৰ যেটো set of image, আৰু ইমেজ বিলাক আমি দেখা পাইছো highest image is π/2 and the lowest image is -π/2. গতিকে ৰেঞ্জ হ'ব ফাংশনটোৰ from -π/2 up to π/2. So সেই দুটা কথা মই লিখি লৈছো ইয়াতে. Domain is r, range is minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2. আৰু এটা কথা তোমাক লাগিব, this function sin x, only sin x function, this function sin x, this is a periodic function, this is a periodic function, এটো আমি জানো periodic function, আৰু with period what, with period 2 pi, মানে প্ৰত্যেক 2 pi ইন্টারভ্যালৰ পিছে পিছে কি হ'ব তোমাৰ ফাংশনটোৰ গ্ৰাফটো ৰিপিট কৰি থাকিব। So since the period of the function sin x is 2 pi, therefore the period of the function sine inverse of sin x is also 2 pi. গতিকে সেই বস্তুটো আমি মনত ৰাখিম। সো এতিয়া আমি একচুয়ালি এই ফাংশনটোৰ গ্ৰাফটো মই ড্ৰ কৰিব গৈ আছো। সো তাৰ আগতে মই পেৰিয়ডটো লিখি লৈছো। দিস ইজ দ্য পেৰিয়ড অফ দ্য ফাংশন y is equal to sin inverse of sin x. এতিয়া তুমি চাবা প্ৰথমে মই গ্ৰাফ অফ দ্য ফাংশন যেটো মই ড্ৰয়িং কৰিম তাতে sin x ৰ গ্ৰাফো থাকিব মোৰ, আৰু তোমাৰ sin inverse of sin x ৰ গ্ৰাফো থাকিব। আৰু এটা কথা মই ক'ব খুজিছিলো যে sin inverse of sin x, এই কথাটো তুমি অলপমান মনত ৰাখিবা। sin inverse of sin x, this is equal to x only when, এটো আমাৰ property of inverse trigonometric function মই already discuss কৰিছো, you can watch those videos also, তুমি সেইবিলাকো চাই ল'ব পাৰিবা। তো এই হেৰিটো তোমাৰ ইয়াতে x ৰ ভ্যালুটো ক'ত থাকিব লাগে এটো আমি অলৰেডি জানো, this should be belongs to minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2, this is the principal branch of the sin inverse function actually। তো এই বস্তুটো আমি মনত ৰাখিব লাগিব পিছৰ পাৰ্টখিনি বুজাৰ কাৰণে, যে sin inverse of sin x is equal to x যদি হে x is belongs to from minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2, এই কথাটো তুমি খালি মনত ৰাখিবা। আমি নেক্সট স্ক্ৰিনত গৈ আছো। So now come to the graph of the function, and first of all I am writing the function that is discussed in the previous screen. The function was what? The function was y is equal to only sine inverse of sine x. This is known to you, sine inverse of sine x. Before that, let us think about y is equal to simply sine x. Forget about this, just think about y is equal to sine x. So y equal to sine x or যেটো graph, that graph is a wavy curve, হেতু হৈছে তোমাৰ এই যেটো মই red color graph draw কৰিছো, তুমি অলপমান চাই লবা, red color যেটো dotted line আছে, dotted curve, this one, this is the graph of sin x function। তো এটো ললে মোৰ অলপ এটো বুজি পাওঁতে হেল্প হ'ব, সেই কাৰণে মই এটো বস্তু লৈছো। সো তুমি চাবা the period of this sin x function মই অলৰেডি তোমালোকক কৈ আহিলো যে এটি মাইনাস হেৰি তোমাৰ 2 পাই, এটো নিশ্চয় হ'ব কাৰণ এই পাৰ্টখিনি আৰু এই পাৰ্টখিনি ৰিপিটেড, আৰু ডিফাৰেন্স টু এটো পইণ্ট আৰু এটো পইণ্টৰ ডিফাৰেন্স 2 পাই আছে, নাইবা টাৰ্মিনাল পইণ্ট ইফালে যেটো আছে ইফালে ডিফাৰেন্স টু 2 পাই আছে, সো পিৰিয়ড 2 পাই। তো এটো মোক অলপ হেল্প কৰিব, সেই কাৰণে মই ড্ৰয়িংটো কৰি লৈছো, কিন্তু একচুৱেল গ্ৰাফ এই ফাংশনটোৰ এই গ্ৰীন কালাৰটো হে, দিস ওয়ান। সো কেনেকৈ হয় মই অলপ দেখাই দিছো তোমালোকক, জাস্ট কিপ ইউৰ আইজ অন দ্য স্ক্ৰীন, অলপমান চাই থাকিবা, মই দি আছো তোমালোকক। Okay, so our function was y is equal to sine inverse of sine x, আৰু এইটো কথা তোমালোকৰ অলৰেডি জানা আছে যে if y is equal to this sine inverse, sine will eliminate this one x, it will be x when x is belongs to from minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2, minus pi by 2 পৰা pi by 2 ৰ ভিতৰত যেতিয়া থাকিব x ৰ ভ্যালুটো, then sin inverse sin x is equal to only x, it is known to you। So that is why এই যেটো অৰিজিনাল ফাংশন আছে তাৰ গ্ৰাফটো ড্ৰ কৰা মানে y is equal to x ফাংশনটো ড্ৰ কৰা at in this range, এই ৰেঞ্জটোৰ ভিতৰত তুমি y is equal to x ফাংশনটো ড্ৰ কৰা। y is equal to x function, this is simply a straight line, নিশ্চয়কৈ এটা straight line, আৰু তাৰ স্লোপটো হৈছে 1 slope mean the straight line will make an angle pi by 4 with x axis, pi by 4 মানে এই এংগলটো pi by 4, তুমি অলপমান লক্ষ্য কৰিবা, this angle pi by 4 হ'ব, and so y is equal to x is the straight line from minus pi by 2, তো এইটো হৈছে মোৰ minus pi by 2, ইয়াৰ পৰা y is equal to x line up to this point, ইয়াৰ পৰা ইয়ালৈকে, তো this is the line y is equal to x, ধৰিব পাৰিছা নিশ্চয়। এতিয়া now you see the next part, second part to মই ড্ৰয়িং কৰিব যাও খুজিছো, মানে from এবার আমি from this মানে pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2 pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2 কিন্তু মই কেইটামান পইণ্টছ লওঁ চাব if we take x is equal to pi by 2 in this function এই জায়গাটোত মই যদি x is equal to pi by 2 use কৰো then it will be sine pi by 2 and it will give 1 sine pi by 2 mean 1 so sine inverse of 1 x use কৰিলো মই pi by 2 ইয়াতে পালো মই sine inverse of 1 আৰু finally sine inverse 1 this is again equal to pi by 2 so x or value pi by 2 use কৰিলে যেটো y ৰ finalized value হয় that is also pi by 2 mean this point okay let another point আৰু এটা point তুমি try কৰা say pi this x is equal to pi mean this point so pi use কৰিলো so sin pi is 0 obviously so sin inverse 0 this is equal to again 0 so my point to keep palu x is pi then y is 0 that means the point is pi 0 is this point go to the next point mean 3 pi by 2 if you use here sine of 3 pi by 2 etur value kiman ase tumaloke ase na monot sine of 3 pi by 2 is -1 tumar first year jetu trigonometric functions asile trigonometric functions to jodi tumi monot pelua tetihole gom pai jaba যে এটু মই sin 3 pi by 2 ইউজ কৰি আছো তো সো sin inverse of sin 3 pi by 2 but sin 3 pi by 2 তার ভ্যালু টু -1 হয় this is -1 and sin inverse -1 obviously minus pi by 2 তো মই কি পালো x is using 3 pi by 2 but y is obtained as minus pi by 2 so this point is 3 pi by 2 the value of x and the corresponding value of y is minus pi by 2 so this is the point so what are the point pi by 2 this point pi 0 is this point and 3 pi by 2 is minus pi by 2 is this point now connect this point line points connect these points it will make it the line this one straight line to hoboye karon eta kyo straight line hoy saba tumi olopman mon kori this one saba etu actually ki hoise mor ei branch to jeti ami paisu je ইয়াৰ পৰা ইয়ালৈকে যেতিয়া মই আহিছো slope of the line is what slope of the line is negative মানে ডাউনওয়ার্ড মোশনত আছে তো slope of the line is মানে এটু কেলো সিধা সিধি x নহয় কিন্তু হ্যাঁ মানে এবার y is equal to sin inverse of sin x this time this is not x এবার x নহব because it is out of the range minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2 এই রেঞ্জৰ বাহিৰত গুছি গৈছে so therefore it is not x this time আচ্ছা কিন্তু x থকা তো হবই শিওর হেতু মানে x থকা হব কিন্তু pi minus x 2 pi minus x কিবা তেনেকুৱা হ'ব আৰু হেতু মই কেনেকে গম পাম the line it is also a straight line you see from pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2 it is also a straight line but the straight line having negative slope তার মানে minus x হবই আৰু passing through the point pi 0 মানে pi 0 পয়েন্টে পাস কৰিলে তো pi হ'ব pi 0 মানে c ৰ ভ্যালু টু mx + c যেটো থাকে c টু pi হ'ব এটো pi সো সেই কাৰণে y - x + pi তো এই ইকুয়েশনটো আহিব তোমাৰ y - x + pi or you may also write y = pi - x ঠিক তেনেকে এবাৰ 3 pi by 2 up to যদি হিফালে মই যাও 3 pi by 2 up to মই অলপ মানে ইৰেজ কৰি লৈছো if you go from 3 pi by 2 up to 2 pi and then 5 pi by 2 and so on তেতিয়া হলে কি হ'ব সবা 3 pi by 2 যদি ক্রস কৰি যাও again y = sin inverse of ইয়াতে যদি sin 3 pi by 2 ইউজ কৰা যায় তো মই তো অলরেডি কৈছো তোমালোকক sin 3 pi by 2 value is what sin 3 pi by 2 value is -1 and finally we will get it is minus pi by 2 so x is 3 pi by 2 then y is minus pi by 2 mean this point next x is 2 pi say x যদি 2 pi কৰি দিয়া যায় তেতিয়া হলে y কিমান হ'ব y = sin inverse of sin 2 pi sin 2 pi will be equal to 0 তার মানে sin inverse 0 and sin inverse 0 is equal to 0 মানে this point 5 pi by 2 ইউজ কৰা এবাৰ আকৌ 1 আহিব তো ultimately the graph is now from 3 pi by 2 up to 5 pi by 2 এখিনিৰ লগত হিয়তে এটা স্ট্রেট লাইন হ'ব and passing through 2 pi গতিকে এইবাৰ স্ট্রেট লাইনটো কেনেকুৱা হ'ব y is equal to পজিটিভ স্লোপ এবাৰ মানে x প্লাস এবার 2 পাই মানে সি লৈ ললো কিন্তু পাসিং পয়েন্ট কি 2 পাই তেতিয়া হলে 2 পাই 0 পয়েন্ট মানে y0 x 2 পাই সো প্লাস c সো c ইকুয়াল টু কিমান আহিব c ইকুয়াল টু মাইনাস 2 পাই তেতিয়া হলে গ্রাফটো হ'ব তোমাৰ y is equal to মানে ইকুয়েশনটো হ'ব x plus x minus 2 pi x minus 2 pi তেনেকুৱাকৈ আগবাঢ়ি যাব তো নেক্সট পাৰ্টটো আহিব minus x plus 3 pi তাৰ পিছতো আহিব আকৌ x minus 4 pi as this way so ultimately মই একেবাৰে ইজিলি তোমালোকক কৈ দিছো এই ইকুয়েশনস বিলাক কি হ'ব চাবা these are the equations so this part y is equal to x এবার এই পার্টটো y is equal to pi minus x ঠিক এনে নিচিনাকৈ এই পার্টটো y is equal to x minus 2 pi তাৰ পিছৰ পার্টটো আহিব কনফার্মলি it will be minus x plus 3 pi and so on তো তুমি ইয়াতে এটা কথা মন কৰিছা নিশ্চয় যে অলপমান চাবা ইফালেও চাব পাৰিবা লেফট সাইডতো এটা কথা তুমি মন কৰিছে যে y is equal to আমি দুই ধৰণৰ ফাংশনস পাই আছো একবাৰ পাই আছো মই x minus even multiple of pi এটো পাই আছো যেতিয়া পজিটিভ স্লোপ হয় তেতিয়া হলে পাইৰ লগত ইভেন মাল্টিপল মাইনাস হয় আৰু যেতিয়া অড মাল্টিপল মানে যেতিয়া স্লোপটো নেগেটিভ হয় মানে মাইনাস x যেতিয়া হয় যেতিয়া মাইনাস x হয় তেতিয়া হলে ইয়াৰ লগত থাকে তোমাৰ অড মাল্টিপল অফ পাই এটা অড মাল্টিপল অফ পাই অড মাল্টিপল অফ পাই মই লিখি দিম পিছত কিন্তু খালি জাস্ট বুজোৱাৰ কাৰণে কৈছো ইয়াতে সোৱা ইয়াতে ইভেন মাল্টিপল অফ পাই স্লোপ পজিটিভ ইয়াতে ইভেন মাল্টিপল অফ পাই মানে পাই ইনটু 0 স্লোপ পজিটিভ এইটো পার্ট চাবা ইভেন মাল্টিপল অফ পাই স্লোপ পজিটিভ কিন্তু পাসিং পয়েন্ট মাইনাস পাই হোৱাৰ কাৰণে মাইনাস অফ মাইনাস পাই ইজ 2 পাই এজ লাইক দ্যাট ঠিক তেনেকে এবাৰ অৰ্ডাৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত তুমি চাবা যেতিয়া স্লোপ নেগেটিভ হৈছে মানে স্লোপ যেতিয়া নেগেটিভ মানে দিস ব্রাঞ্চ এই ব্রাঞ্চত তোমাৰ দেখা পাইছা স্লোপ নেগেটিভ আৰু তেতিয়া এটো পাই মাইনাস হৈছে আকৌ স্লোপ নেগেটিভ ফৰ দিস পার্ট এটো মাইনাস পাই হৈছে মাইনাস পাই মানে এটো একচুয়ালি পয়েন্ট টু মাইনাস পাই দি পাস কৰিছে কাৰণে মাইনাস পাই হৈছে এই কাৰণে তো স্লোপ টু নেগেটিভ আছে তো মাইনাস পাই মানে অড মাল্টিপল তো এইখিনি কথাই তোমাক মই পিছৰ লাইনটোত বুজাই দিছো আচ্ছা তো মই স্ক্রিনটো ক্লিয়াৰ কৰি লৈছো এক মিনিট now you see we can write this say sine inverse of sin x is equal to odd multiple of pi this part it will be odd multiple of pi then minus x x to negative slope যদি থাকে odd multiple of pi আৰু positive slope যদি থাকে তেতিয়া হলে minus even multiple of pi আৰু কোন পয়েন্টে দি পাস কৰিছে হেতু হেই মতে পুট হৈ আহিব so this can be summarized এটো সামারাইজ মই লিখিলো এতিয়া এটো যদি এক্সপান্ডেড ভিউত লিখো this is as like this sin inverse of sin x is equal to তুমি প্রত্যেকটা ব্রাঞ্চত চাব পাৰা গ্রাফটো উলিয়াই চাবা তুমি চাবা একেটা as and so on ইয়াৰ পিছত আৰু আছে ইচ্ছা কৰিলে মই আৰু লিখিব পাৰিম and so on থাকিব ইফালেও থাকিব on the negative part also এটো পাৰ্টটো থাকিব ইপিনেও থাকিব ওকে সো আমি নেক্সট কথাটো যাও কিটামান एग्जांपल লৈছো মই তো sin inverse of sin 1 এই ভ্যালুটো কিমান হ'ব 1 mean this is radian 1 আমার মেইন ব্রাঞ্চটো কি আছিল তুমি মেইন ব্রাঞ্চটো মনত পেলাই চাবা it is from minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2 তার মানে আলটিমেটলি 3.14 divided by 2 তো 1 point something negative up to 1 point something 1 radian 1 it is obviously belongs to the interval minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2 তো এই ইন্টারভ্যালত থাকিলে তো sin inverse sin x is equal to x এ হয় তার মানে এটো x 1 এই হবে এটো 1 এই হবে ঠিক তেনে 2 যেটি আহিব 2 this is not belongs to you see this point 2 this is not belongs to minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2 এটো ব্রাঞ্চত নাই হেতু গটিকে যেহেতুকে নাই কোনটো ব্রাঞ্চত আছে 2 ভ্যালু তার নেক্সট ব্রাঞ্চটো কি 2 ৰ লগত তো 2 পাই ইউজ কৰা পাই আৰু 2 ৰ ডিফারেন্সটো কিমান আহিব পাই আৰু 2 ৰ ডিফারেন্সটো পাই mean 3.14 like to minus 2 it is ultimately 1.14 mean it is in the range pi by 2 up to pi, এই রেঞ্জত আছে তোমাৰ pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2, not pi, pi by 2 up to 3 pi. তো সেইটো ৰেঞ্জৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আমি অলপমান আগতে গ্ৰাফটো পাইছিলোঁ যে ফ্ৰম এইখিনিতো pi by 2 লৈকে গৈছে, pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2, এই ৰেঞ্জটোত x টো যেতিয়া তোমাৰ আহিব তেতিয়া x টো যেতিয়া এই ৰেঞ্জত পৰি যায় তেতিয়াহ'লে মই লিখিব লাগিব pi minus x, ইয়াতে x ৰ প্লেচত মই 2 ইউজ কৰিব লাগিব, তো pi minus 2 হ'ব এইটো। So let me clear the screen. Shortcut techniques এইবিলাক জাস্ট একো নাই। তো তাৰ আগতে মই এটা গ্ৰাফটো আগত আনি লৈছোঁ তোমাৰ অলপ সুবিধা হ'ব। So this is the graph. এতিয়া মন কৰিবা this part, ইয়াতে যেটো এই পাৰ্টটো আছে এইটো হৈছে x is equal to 1, তো 0 up to pi inside this, সেই কাৰণে এই ভ্যালুটো হ'ব মোৰ only sine inverse sine 1 is equal to only 1, এইটো কেৱল 1 হ'ব। So this is only 1, মই কৈছোঁ তোমালোকক। Then 2 পইণ্টটো ক'ত আহিছে তুমি চোৱা, 2 পইণ্টটো আহিছে তোমাৰ more than pi by 2, মানে this part pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2 এই ৰেঞ্জত আহি গৈছে, গতিকে এইবাৰ এই ৰিজাল্টটো হ'ব y is equal to pi minus x, x mean 2 here, so এই ৰিজাল্টটো হ'ব তোমাৰ pi minus 2, আকৌ 3 ক'ত আহিব তুমি অলপমান চাবা, 3 pi mean 3.14, so 3 হলে ইয়াতে আহিব, এইখিনি ৰেঞ্জতে আহিব, so it is also pi minus 3, এটোও pi minus 3 আহিব। যদি 4 ইউজ কৰা, 4 এটো কোনটো পাৰ্টত আহিব ইয়াতে চাই গম পাব, 4 this is 3.14 আৰু এটো হৈছে 6 আৰু এটো হৈছে 3.14, মানে আলটিমেটলি তুমি হিসাবটো এটা কৰি ল'ব পাৰা, and to 3 into 3.1 নাইবা এনেকেও ভাবব পারবা, 3 into 22/7 by 2 মানে 3 pi by 4, তো আলটিমেটলি 33/7, so 33/7 to হৈছে 4 point something, তো মই ক'ব খুজিছো কি, let me clear the screen, just a minute, 4 point something হৈছে তো তেতিয়াহলে আমি এই 3 pi by 4 যেটো এটা 4 ত কৰি বেছি আছে, this is more than 4, তো more than 4 আছে মানে আমাৰ যেটো 4 to তেতিয়াহলে ইয়াৰ পৰা এখিনলৈকে more than 4 আছে, তাৰ মানে এই ৰেঞ্জত পৰি গৈছে, so that is also again pi minus 4। ঠিক তেনেকৈ 10 to ওলাবৰ কাৰণে তুমি আর গোটেইখিনি গ্ৰাফ আঁকি যাব নালাগে, তুমি সিম্পলি চাবা 10 nearer to 10 পাইৰ মাল্টিপল চিন্তা কৰা, কিমান নম্বৰ মাল্টিপলত আহে যাতে 10 ৰ ওচৰত থাকে, so obviously it may be 3 pi হলে তোমাৰ 9.42 টাইপৰ হ'ব, 9.42, তো 9.42 আৰু মোৰ 10 এই দুটা ডিফাৰেন্সটো তুমি লক্ষ্য কৰি চোৱা, 9.42 আৰু 10, this is 10 minus 9.42, তো ultimately 1.42, তো কোনটো ৰেঞ্জত সোমাল 1.42, এইটো বস্তু তোমাৰ ৰেঞ্জত আহিছে না নাই, মানে -pi by 2 up to pi by 2 ৰেঞ্জত আহিছে না নাই, নিশ্চয় আহিছে, কাৰণ -pi by 2 ৰ এপ্ৰক্সিমেট ভ্যালুটো মই ক'ব খুজিছো, ইট ইজ -1.57 এপ্ৰক্সিমেটলি হ'ব আৰু 1.57, so এইটো ৰেঞ্জত আছে 1.42, so 10 বস্তুটো 3 pi ৰ মাল্টিপল আছে, মানে অড মাল্টিপলত আহিছে, পাই অড মাল্টিপল, তাৰ মানে এইবাৰ ৰিজাল্টটো কি আহিব মন কৰিবাচোন, পাই অড মাল্টিপল মই অলপ আগতে শিকাই থৈ আহিছিলো, তেতিয়াহ'লে y is equal to কিমান, y লিখিব নালাগে বাৰু, তেতিয়াহ'লে এই ভ্যালুটো মানে 10 ৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত is equal to odd multiple, তো odd multiple to 3 pi, আৰু সেই ক্ষেত্ৰত কি হ'ব, শ্লোপটো কি হয় নেগেটিভ হয়, মানে -x মানে ইয়াতে 10, তো আলটিমেটলি এইবাৰ হ'ব 3 pi minus 10, so in this way you can also find this and this, তো এই মতে তুমি প্ৰসিড কৰি গৈ থাকিব পাৰিবা, so I think you understood this part, and so after this you see আমি নেক্সট এটা সুন্দৰ কোৱেশ্চন এটা লৈ আছো, we take this question, if sine inverse of sine 2x square plus 4 divided by 1 plus x square less than pi minus 3, then x satisfies, these are your options. Now to solve this inequality, first of all you have to know about this term, range of this term, because in the previous screen we already know that y is equal to sine inverse of sine x function. This will give x when x is in between minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2. It will give pi minus x. If it is from pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2, it will give x minus 2 pi if x in 3 pi by 2 up to 5 pi by 2, and so on. So before solving this inequality, first of all, you have to know about this part, 2x square plus 4 divided by 1 plus x square. You have to know about this part. In which range, what is the range of this total part? You have to know about that. So for that, we take, say, let y is equal to this one. We are finding the range of y actually. So take a cross product, y plus yx square is equal to 2x square plus 4. Then it is implies x square is taken as common, then we will have y minus 2 only. On the right hand side it is 4 minus y. Then x will be is equal to, I am writing directly here, 4 minus y, sorry, that's not 4 minus y, 4 minus y divided by y minus 2, this one. And this expression or this equation is valid only when the term inside the radical sign mean 4 minus y divided by y, divided by y minus 2. This should be greater or equal to 0 as well, since y minus 2 is as denominator, so y cannot be equal to 2 also, because in that case it is infinite. And from here we can write, I can write 4 minus y into y minus 2 is also greater than or equal to 0, and from here by taking a negative sign product on both sides, then we can find it is y minus 4 into y minus 2 will be less than or equal to 0, and it will imply that y is lying in between 2 and 4, but it cannot be equal to 2, therefore equal sign not given with y equal to 2 here, only less than sign is given. So finally we got y is between this interval 2 up to 4, this one. So 2 up to 4 is in which part? It is in the part, I think you see here, it is in the part pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2, because pi by 2, 3.14 divided by 2 is 1.57, up to 3 pi by 2 mean 3 pi by 2 is obviously, you see here, 3 into pi by 2 mean 22 by 7 divided by 2, that is this is 11 times 33 by 7, or 33 by 7 is 4 point something. So obviously y is in this sense, pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2. Okay, so before that I am clearing the screen now. So we finally obtained that y is belongs to 2 up to 4, and this is actually subset of what? It is subset of pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2. So hence, therefore, sine inverse of sine, this is taken as y, will be equal to what? Will be equal to, it is pi minus y, and y is this total expression. Y is that total expression. So that is pi minus y. So now come to the main problem. So it is actually pi minus y is what? Twice x square plus 4 divided by 1 plus x square. So now from the inequality, this region is less than what? This is less than pi minus 3. Now calculate from here, pi is cancelled from both sides, taking a negative product, so it will be twice x square plus 4 divided by 1 plus x square, and it will be now greater than 3. Is that clear? Because negative sign product here, and that is implies twice x square plus 4 is greater than 3 plus 3x square. And what will keep this? I am writing here in this part. So this is implies x square will be less than or equal, sorry, only less than, x square is only less than 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. So it will be minus 1 less, sorry, it will be minus 1 less than x less than 1. That means mod x is less than 1. So this option is valid for x, and therefore the option number B is the correct answer. So we take the next one. This is the next question. Find all relations between 2 sine inverse x and the sine inverse 2x into root over 1 minus x square. You see this part, root over 1 minus x square is valid when 1 minus x square is greater or equal to 0, and so x square is less or equal to 1, and this will give us minus 1 less than equal to x less than equal to 1. So this is also the range of sine function. It is also range of sine function, therefore we can take the substitution for x as sine theta. So therefore I am taking x is equal to sine theta. So let x is equal to sine theta, you see here, let x is equal to sine theta. X equal to sine theta, so it will imply theta is equal to sine inverse of x. As well, here x is between minus 1 and 1, and theta, this is belongs to minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2. This is the range of the principal terms. Now you see what is the expression sine inverse 2 will give us. It is sine inverse of 2x into root over of 1 minus x square. This will be equal to sine inverse of 2 sine theta, and this part will be simply cos theta only, and will equal to sine inverse of only sine 2 theta. But here we cannot remove sine 2 theta because as we have the result theta belongs to this one. So what about 2 theta? 2 theta is belongs to, you see, it is from minus pi up to pi. Since theta belongs to minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2, therefore 2 theta belongs to minus pi up to pi. So it is not in the mean, 2 theta is not in the principal branch of the sine inverse function. So therefore we cannot directly remove this sine inverse sine here. So say it is marked by 1. Now we have different cases. We have different cases for this 2 theta. And to understand those cases, first of all I am taking the graph of the sine inverse of sine x function. You try to see that. This is the graph of sine inverse of sine x function from minus pi up to pi, because this time our range is from minus pi up to pi. We already obtained in the previous screen that 2 theta, it is lying minus pi up to pi. And you see here, from minus pi up to pi, there are 3 branches. You see, there are 3 branches. One of the branches is from minus pi up to pi by 2. This is one of the branches. Then minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2. This is the second branch. Then pi by 2 up to pi. This is the third branch. So we will have 3 cases. For this branch, 2 theta belongs to this branch. Then what is the relation? 2 theta belongs to this branch. Then what is the relation? And 2 theta belongs to this branch. Then what is the relation between these 2 expressions? Okay, so let me take case number 1. So I am taking case 1. Case 1. So first of all, I am taking it is minus pi less than equal to 2 theta less than equal to minus pi by 2, minus pi by 2. Then what about theta? Theta will be minus pi by 2, then less than is equal to theta, less than is equal to minus pi by 4, you see here. Then take sine in all of these terms. So sine minus pi by 2 will give us minus 1. Sine is an increasing function, so inequality sign remains same, and it is sine theta. I am writing here sine theta, and it is sine minus pi by 4 is minus 1 upon root 2, and that is implies minus 1 less than is equal to, this is taken as x, less than is equal to minus 1 by root 2. So x will be in between minus 1 and minus 1 by root 2, and in that case 2 theta is lying between what? 2 theta is lying between this length, and therefore sine inverse of our actual function, sine inverse of left hand side was x into root over 1 minus x square is equal to right hand side of was sine inverse of sine 2 theta, but this time 2 theta is lying from minus pi up to pi, yeah, minus pi up to minus pi by 2. So in that case the result will be minus pi minus theta, theta means x means 2 theta here, minus pi minus 2 theta. So this is equal to minus pi minus 2 theta, and theta was equal to sine inverse x. So finally we obtained here that sine inverse of this result is equal to minus pi minus 2 sine inverse x when x is belongs to minus 1 up to root 2. So that means I can write here, finally you can write, therefore sine inverse of x into root over 1 minus x square, this is equal to minus pi minus 2 sine inverse x when x is belongs to what? You can write in this way also. This is implied 2 sine inverse x is equal to the shifting. It is minus pi minus sine inverse of x into root over 1 minus x square. When x is in between what? X is in between minus 1 up to minus 1 by root 2. Next I take the second case, case 2. So case 2, this time 2 theta is lying between minus pi by 2, 2 theta up to pi by 2. This is the principal branch actually. So in this case you see it is minus pi by 4 dividing by 2 only. This is theta and this is pi by 4. So take sine on all of them. It is minus 1 upon root 2 less than is equal to sine theta and less than is equal to 1 upon root 2. And this is actually minus 1 by root 2 less than is equal to x less than is equal to 1 by root 2. So this is the condition on x. And in this case you see, sine inverse of x into root over 1 minus x square will be equal to what? Will be equal to, actually was sine inverse of sine 2 theta. And so this is in the principal branch, therefore it is simply 2 theta. From the graph you can see, and this is equal to 2 times of sine inverse x. So I can write, therefore 2 times of sine inverse x is equal to simply sine inverse of twice x into root over 1 minus x square when x is belonging to what? When x is belongs to minus 1 by root 2 up to 1 by root 2. This is for the second case. Now we take the third case, and then third case will be from pi by 2 up to pi. So now I am taking the third part from pi by 2 up to pi. So we write case 3, third case. So when this is from pi by 2 less than equal to 2 theta less than is equal to pi. And so divided by 2, so it will be pi by 4 less than is equal to theta less than is equal to pi by 2 only. Then take sine on all sides. Here it will be 1 by root 2. This is sine theta and it can be replaced by x, and that is 1 only. So condition on x is this. And this time sine inverse of twice x into root over 1 minus x square. This is equal to which branch? It is in the pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2 branch. So the result will be in this case pi minus something. Pi minus something means 2 theta here. So sorry, actual it was, I am first writing the actual one. Actual one was sine inverse of sine 2 theta. So this is equal to, I should write pi minus 2 theta because it is in the branch of pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2 branch. So it is equal to pi minus 2 times of sine inverse x. So finally I can say that, so this is implies actually left hand side is 2 sine inverse x is equal to, it will be pi minus sine inverse of x into root over 1 minus x square when the value of x is in between these two. This is the third case. And so finally I can write 2 sine inverse x is equal to, it can be written in 3 different ways. The first way is it was minus pi minus sine inverse of twice x into root over of 1 minus x square when the condition was what? When minus 1 less than equal to x less than is equal to minus 1 upon root 2. This is the first condition. Then we obtained the result is only sine inverse of this is bracket here, sine inverse of twice x into root over 1 minus x square. The condition was it is from minus 1 by root 2 less equal to x less equal to 1 by root 2. You may also give not equal sign here or here, or you may give equal sign in both places. And lastly I got the result as pi minus sine inverse of twice x into root over 1 minus x square, and the condition was this time 1 upon root 2 less equal to x and less equal to 1, this one. So this is the proof of this relation. Okay, so next we take another relation of the similar type, that is 3 sine inverse x formula. So this is the next relation, 3 sine inverse x and sine inverse 3x minus 4x cube. So first of all you take the substitution like this. Let x is equal to say sine theta, then this will imply theta is equal to sine inverse x, as well the conditions on x is belongs to minus 1 1, you know this one, and theta this should belongs to minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2. Now come to the expression. The expression is sine inverse of 3x minus 4x cube equal to, then it is sine inverse is there, and inside 3 sine theta minus 4 sine cube theta, but this bracketed term is nothing but simply sine 3 theta. Now this is the range of theta. So what about 3 theta? This is the range of theta. So 3 theta will belong to minus 3 pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2. Is it? This is the range of theta. Again, from the graph we can find the different branches of this relation. Okay, so before that you see this one is just to recall this 3 theta belongs to minus 3 pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2. Okay, so I'm writing this. These are the relations I will get after this. And you see first the relation graph. This is the graph. Already we got that 3 theta, this 3 theta belongs to what? It is from minus 3 pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2. And here you see it is starting from minus 3 pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2. And here also 3 branches. The first branch is minus 3 pi by 2 up to this part, minus pi by 2, then from minus pi by 2 up to pi by 2, this part, and then pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2, this part. So there are 3 branches again. So first of all you take this one. Your relation was what? Your relation was 3, sorry, your relation was this one. So you start with the case 1 directly. You write case 1. In case 1, where theta is belongs 3 theta belongs to what? 3 theta belongs to minus 3 pi by 2 up to minus pi by 2. So 3 theta, this is belongs to minus 3 pi by 2 up to minus pi by 2. This is 3 pi by 2. 3 theta belongs to. So that means you can write in this way: minus 3 pi by 2 less than is equal to 3 theta less than is equal to minus pi by 2. So as done earlier, you divide by 3, so it will be minus pi by 2 is less than is equal to theta less than is equal to minus pi by 6. So take sine on all sides. It is minus 1 less than is equal to sine theta will give us x, and less than is equal to sine minus pi by 6 is minus 1 by 2. So from minus 1 up to minus 1 by 2. Now we find sine this angle. So then we go to the next screen. So now the expression was 3, sorry, not 3, it is sine inverse of 3x minus 4x cube will be is equal to sine inverse of sine 3 theta, but we cannot eliminate theta directly. And here we see 3 theta is belongs to what angle? 3 theta is belongs to from minus 3 pi by 2 up to minus pi by 2. This is the first branch. And in this case you have to take the value of this function is equal to, you already know that this is equal to minus pi minus 3 theta, and so that is equal to minus pi minus 3 theta was sine inverse x, this one. So this is, and condition on x is what? Condition on x is from minus 1 less is equal to x less is equal to minus half. This is the condition on x. Then similarly for the second case, you take the case number 2. This time say 3 theta belongs to, now start with minus pi by 2, 3 theta, the second branch is pi by 2. So this is implies minus pi by 6 less than equal to theta less than equal to simply pi by 6. Then taking sine, it is minus half less than equal to sine theta is x less than is equal to sine pi by 6 is only half. So this is the condition on x, and it is in the principal branch. Therefore sine inverse of 3x minus 4x cube, this will be equal to simply sine inverse of sine 3 theta, as it is in the principal branch, so will be equal to only 3 theta, that is 3 sine inverse x. This is the second proof. You can take this 3 sine inverse x to the left and sine inverse this to the right. That is nothing. And then you take the case number 3, and now the angle is from pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2, pi by 2 up to 3 pi by 2. So now the last branch, case 3, this time it is from pi by 2 3 theta, then 3 pi by 2, then will be pi by 6 less than is equal to theta less than is equal to pi by 2 only. And so by taking sine, it is half less is equal to sine theta mean x less is equal to sine pi by 2 mean 1. So this is the condition on x, and the left hand side was sine inverse of 3x minus 4x cube is equal to sine inverse of sine 3 theta, but this 3 theta is belongs to this branch, so the result will be pi minus 3 theta now, and so it is pi minus 3 theta is only sine inverse x. Now we can shift this, and ultimately these are the results for sine inverse of 3x minus 4x cube and 3 sine inverse x relations. Okay, so next we take another question. So find the area bounded by the curve this with the x-axis, and theta x is belongs to from 0 up to 60 pi. This is our question. So draw the graph from a first branch. I am taking the graph from 0 up to 2 pi, then finding one of the area of one triangle, then we can find the area of all triangles up to 60 pi. So you see here, if I want to find the area of this triangle, that is simply with x-axis. The question is area of this all the triangles up to what, up to 60 pi. That is used at last. First find area of any one of the triangle. For say I am finding the area of this first triangle, and here the base of the triangle, area of this triangle is half of base is of length pi, and height is also pi. This is the height, this is height is also pi by 2, not pi, it is also pi by 2. So finally the area of the first triangle is pi square by 4. This is the area of the first triangle, pi square by 4, and we have such 60 triangles, so just multiply by 60, so it is 15 pi square units, and that is the answer. Okay, so we finish this class today, and I am coming with some more properties of inverse trigonometric functions after this class. So stay with me. Thank you very much.